Hey YouTube, it's Afronique and I'm back with another lock update. So I know I said I wasn't going to update again until I reached my 3-year anniversary, but since I've been semi-freeforming, I have learned some new things and it might be helpful to someone, so I thought I'd come and share. I couldn't wait another 7 months. Alright, so I've been semi-freeforming for 6 months and I absolutely love it. I love the way my hair lays now. I love the height that all the new growth gives my hair. And I love just how it, when you don't see the partings, it just makes it so much fuller, and I love the way that that looks. And it's just like there's a lot of spacing and stuff in there that adds to the fullness too. So I will show you what it looks like. I love the way my hair moves too. So, some things that I have learned with semi-freeforming. So, I have a lot of new growth. So, I have a lot of new growth, of course, on semi-freeforming. What I meant to say is I have a lot of loose hair. So, what I kind of do is just kind of finger comb it to kind of hide it. So, it's a little bit hard to see it at the moment. But I can kind of pick it out. See all that little loose hair right there. So I have that all throughout. So I'm finding that I don't really do a lot of brushing my hair back or doing any kind of tying of any kind of scarves or anything to get that hair to kind of lay down. I thought that I would, but I actually just, like I said, just kind of finger comb it and just try to break up the curls so it blends in better and it's not like a little spiral just kind of sticking out. So I try to make effort to do that. I don't always, but that's what I try to do. As far as my edges are concerned, another thing that I've realized with my edges in semi-freeforming is that these locks on the edges, that when I go to pull my hair back into a ponytail or something, it actually hurts, like I'm really, pulling really tight even though I'm not. And I was really surprised by that, and I'm not sure if it's just because, they're just my edges and they're just kind of in a tender area, or because these locks are a lot smaller, so it's kind of, a little harder for them to have that much new growth. I'm not exactly sure. It wasn't something I was expecting. I expected, if you have your hair, latched too tight to the root, then you try to pull it back, then it hurts. But I didn't expect it with having, just the loose hair right there. But a lot of times I don't even really pull my hair back anymore, just because I love how my hair lays with it being like this, with all the new growth. So I don't even really have to worry about that a lot. And I think when you don't, really mess with your hair that much, you really get really tender-headed too. So that probably has something to do with it also. So let's see. I like all the spaces. It kind of has some spacing in it that, in the way that it hangs, and I like the way it moves, like I said. So I'm really enjoying it. And so what I'm going to do is actually, I don't have the desire to see my partings anymore, but I am going to keep latching my hair just because I don't want my locks to go flat. So what I've decided to do is every 6 months I'm going to latch my hair, but I'm only going to latch about a ½ inch to an inch. And then that way I'm just forming that part that's the next section of my hair to latch, or lock should I say, so that I'm forming it so that it will continue to be round. And then I can have a lot of new growth still left that's just loose. And then that way, it'll also save me on time too, because another reason I started semi-freeforming was just because of all the time it would take me to latch. So this way, by me just doing the 1/2 inch to 1 inch, you know, I'm saving myself time also. As far as popping my locks, in the beginning I did do it after I washed, but then I saw that I would go through my entire head and I wouldn't pop anything. So I actually gave up on it because I just felt like I was wasting my time. But what I did realize though is that it was a good idea for me to go through and kind of clean up my partings by separating my hair out and taking a rat tail comb and just actually going through and, you know, popping hairs that way. I do this to my hair a lot, and I realize that when I do that, that I do pop hairs that way too. I guess kind of the ones, like I have my finger stuck on one right now, the ones that are kind of catching along the locks. I guess I catch those when I do my hair like this. And so this is something that I do just with playing with my hair. It's not really anything I do at a scheduled time, like after I wash or anything like that. But what I'll do is I'll pull my hair up and I will show you how I do the popping with the rat tail comb. While I'm doing that, I'll also share that I've also been continuing with the Only Using shampoo and jojoba oil in a water bottle with some rosemary oil and just distilled water in it. So that's what I've been using as far as what I put in my hair. And as far as like my wet sets that I do when I'm trying to curl my hair, they don't last very long, maybe about a week if that. So that's kind of not the best, but I much rather just restyle my hair than have to deal with product buildup. But what I did learn is that you can get an oil buildup in your hair. So I was putting jojoba oil in my hair every 2 weeks, and so I'm going to cut back on that. And actually, I always kind of go to the extreme so I'm actually not going to put the jojoba oil in my hair, but very, very rarely. And what I'm going to do is focus more on using my steamer to moisturize my locks, and we'll see how that does. Okay, so I have my bottom row of my locks out, and I'll show you what that looks like, and then you can see some loose hair hanging out right there. So that's how it looks in the rough. So what I do, and I won't be able to do it exactly since I'm not looking, but I just take the end of the rat tail comb and kind of go through my part and kind of find it. A lot of what I end up doing is just kind of moving the loose hair out of the way and kind of putting it in the right section it's supposed to be with. But then also I'll catch like a few hairs that, you know, have crept into the wrong space. So just taking it across. So like that. So like I said, I'm just showing you the motion because I'm not looking, so I don't want to be pulling at hair that's, you know, is where it's supposed to be. So hopefully that gives you a good visual on it. Hopefully you can kind of understand what I do. If you have any questions about that, let me know, and I'll try to figure out a way to do a better kind of tutorial on that. And so other than that, my hair is just a month shy of being 2.5 years. And then for 2.5 years, you will see that I still have the little balls of loose hair that hang out on the ends. And then I have some locks that are closer than others to getting to being locked. So we shall see what happens with my ends. And other than that, I think that's about it. I'm just enjoying it. It's a really cool length. My hands are in it all the time. So I love it. Alright, so again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. Any comments, you can leave those also. Alright, thanks for watching.